Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the stream. My name's ODPixel. I'm here with Lysander. Lysander, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Beautiful. Right. Game 2, Lysander. Game 1. It wasn't the closest of games I've seen. What went? Do you think it was the draft? Do you think it was a lot of it was down to the draft?
I made it really clear last game. I think it was the draft.
It was the draft, yeah.
It was the draft. Well, the thing is, I mean, sometimes the pro players, they have some, crazy plan in mind, and we just don't see it. Us 4K scrubs. I don't know where you are, but I'm just gonna assume 4K, But if you're 5K, I apologize.
Oh, I'm not. Jesus, no, I'm not 5K. No, more than 4K.
Yeah, we are the 4K scrubs, and being 2000 mmR below them, we don't usually see their plans in mind. But sometimes we can criticize, and we see and we frown a little bit. But you never know. The TA had some other uses. My thinking was Roshan. It just got counted a little bit too hard. The pros got outweighed really heavily by cons, and well, other than Storm Rage and G, the camper, that sniper, really just went uncontested. So didn't work out, but the past is the past. We can talk about game number 2 now. Ninjas in Pajamas. We really want to see them succeed. These guys, very nice, sweet boys. I mean, sweet boys, and they have a great future ahead of them. I mean, NiP, no slouch when it comes to the gaming world. Very big name in CS:GO, and looking to make it big in Dota 2 as well. So. Era, of course, a very nice guy. Sniper. So, want to see him succeed. Troll Warlord's banned, so some fun for all of us. But Sniper.
Yes. Yeah, I'd rather see the Sniper than the Troll. Troll just seems a little bit too kind of, once he gets the momentum, once he kind of finds his tempo in a match, he absolutely walks the game. And, well, Sniper, a little bit similar, but G. It's always good fun to see G on him. He's very good at the hero. It's one of his staple pick Sniper, as it is for a lot of mid laners in this current meta. And first pick material, absolutely. This time, though, maybe NiP, they can kind of react to a little better as a Sniper. I mean, as a Sniper mid, who would you say are some great heroes that you want to go in picking against it?
Against it?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think you need. Well, Queen of Pain is an obvious counter,
yes.
But you don't need to pick a hero that can kill Sniper at one-on-one, because Sniper is usually not alone. He's a cheater. He's a dirty cheater, and he always has backup. Earthshaker, I am almost certain Asus.Polar might decide to pick him up here. I'm almost certain they will if he's not grabbed up already. But you can always look to heroes like Spirit Breaker. I think Winter did put it very clearly that Spirit Breaker just destroys Sniper in all stages of the game. You can have heroes that jump at him. So I've realized that Phantom Lancer actually does pretty well to snipe against Sniper in the middle lane as well, because of how you can just run up to him and close the gap very, very fast. And being able to dive him under the tower is an extra bonus. So, but Ninja in Pajamas, they're going to go for Venge first. They're not going to risk anything. Just play it safe. Pick a careful support, pick Venge, and think about the second one.
Yeah, Venge, as always, strong as ever. That swap, pretty nasty for the old Sniper. Sniper, a hero that needs to be very careful with his positioning, and Venge kind of throws that all in the trash, and she decides where the Sniper's going to be. An Axe as well. We are talking about the heroes that go against Sniper. I think those two pretty much fall into that bracket, don't they?
Yeah, it looks like Asus.Polar are going for the same thing. So maybe no Earthshaker, but I have this thing. It's a superstitious kind of thing. I don't like it when teams pick the same strategy twice. It just feels like you're giving your opponent a second chance to beat you.
Yes, I mean, if you come out with the same draft and the other side's just lost to it, they're certainly going to switch up what they do. But maybe Asus, they just feel super confident. You can't argue the Treant. Living Arm was pretty big in that game. It certainly turned around a few big ganks that NiP looked for, and kept G alive very successfully in the earlier portions of the game. Storm is going to get banned out this time by NiP. We saw Illidan on it last game, and Illidan's Storm is pretty damn nice.
He is Storm Rage after all, so.
Absolutely. He's got half the name there, so the skill is just going to come naturally to him. And yeah, the aggressiveness of his Storm play really paid off as well. And I think it really is kind of the best way to play the Storm. Now, I've seen a few games where Storm's picked up. He takes a much more kind of defensive role. He focuses on farming. And then if the other team's having kind of a great time or an equal time to you, you're just not going to be able to snowball as great as you do. It's kind of one of those heroes you either go all in and then you're fine. You find your momentum. You're going to be able to keep the game in your hands. Or you don't get the start you need, and then Storm can fall off if he doesn't get a brilliant start.
Yeah, and Asus.Polar, they're banning out Slot as well as Tusker. Tusker didn't really impact that well the last game. Surprised to see them actually afraid of it. Maybe it just didn't work out that particular game. I guess it does have some fearful synergy with the Axe. And now with Axe being picked up, NiP maybe pick up Dazzle. It finally can have some proper use.
Yeah, Dazzle wouldn't be too bad at all for the side of NiP if they want to run it. Lich getting banned out by NiP as well, a hero that Asus... the Lich was pretty nice. There was some fairly good chain frosts being thrown into there, and the just kind of the intense chaos of the fights that Asus brought to NiP. It's obviously very showing, and NiP was just struggling a little bit with everyone zipping around, everyone being held in place, the bouncing of the chain frosts. It wasn't nice at all to play against when they went into these 5v5 engagements. And also just for securing the farm for the sniper in the mid lane, perhaps that's why they're also banning out the Lich, because it did work very well for Asus in that respect. Zeus is going to be picked up for the side of NiP, and then Lina is actually going to be taken. And well, I'll tell you what that is. That is the Lina in the position 1. Illidan Stormrage, he did this the other day. And Lina was seeing a lot of success in the mid lane. They did win the game when he ran it in the safe lane. I mean, do you think Lina is literally strong enough? Back in, I think it was Heroes of New Earth, the equivalent of Lina was seen as to be one of the strongest carries in the game. And her skills weren't too dissimilar from Lina's in this game. I mean, do you think Lina has got a place as a carry? Or do you think it's a little bit risky putting a lot of emphasis onto the Lina?
Yeah, position 1 Lina is super risky because she's very snowball reliant, and if you fall off early, you continue falling over for the rest of the game. But Alina is very, very powerful against an Axe because he's good against physical damage, but not good against magic. Lina has tons of magic available for her. Right now, I'm thinking the Lina mid sniper safe lane as a security. Lina being that tempo control, that gank magnet, if you will, and let the sniper do his thing. And the thing is that's different though, with that Lina as a core, it is different from a Storm in which she does not run up in the front and cause a lot of trouble, giving a sniper time to hit things, whereas she's more of the lie back and hit things too. So it might be a small problem as to who's going to be soaking up the damage and who's going to be attracting attention in the fights later on.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely got the potential, as you said, to put the Lina mid and sniper safe. I just kind of anticipating from the fact that he's a core sniper, and Illidan, he does like the Lina in the safe lane. But they might very well swap it around. Depends what NiP are going to be putting mid. It looks like at the moment it is going to be the Zeus. We have seen some teams run the Zeus in the support role. Cloud9 were doing it the other day. Maybe they look to do that. It's potentially unlikely. I guess Zeus against these two heroes, he does fairly well, bursting away at the sniper, out-CSing him with the arc lightning spam. The shrapnel's annoying because Zeus a lot of the times comes into lanes with a couple of clarities, and the shrapnel's always going to be able to cancel that one out. 4th pick now for the side of Asus. And of course, Phoenix was picked up as well to be that offlane hero. And Phoenix offlane, it can be fairly strong, can't it? Especially if you haven't got the lockdown, but now you have. Lion is going to be in the tri-lane, and a Lion against the Phoenix suddenly makes it a lot harder for the big old bird to get away with his shenanigans. Yeah,
the thing is, you make a good point. I mean, with Phoenix being picked up, who is often a support, Zeus is going to be a mid laner in this game, which is interesting to me because he's been running as a support for countless games now. So seeing him as oh wow, they banned Spirit Breaker for themselves. I did not see this coming. Banning Spirit Breaker for themselves. They could have used the Spirit Breaker actually, but right now I think they have picked themselves into a corner, if you will, and they do need a hard carry to fill up the lineup. Relying on an Axe just as a core, I think it's going to be really insufficient. So the last hero will have to be a carry of sorts. And it will be a banned Luna. I think I like this Luna band. Arrow has run it a few times, and it's really strong. It's a pushing lineup, a very momentum-based lineup where you just take tower after tower and do not stop. And yeah, NiP are very good at momentum-based plays. Arrow did mention in an interview he feels that this version is very laning phase oriented. So we'll see how well their lane goes. It is a Phoenix. With a Phoenix on their team, they could stand to have some really big team fights, especially the squishies.
Yes.
Lion, Sniper, Lina.
I mean, obviously, Phoenix straight away with the Supernova comboing up with the Berserkers. Cool. Very nice indeed, having the axe underneath the old sun, making sure that it's pretty hard for the right clicks to come through. At the same time, though, you are picking up a Phoenix against the Lina. And, of course, with the Fiery Soul passive, Lina can punch very, very fast and very, very hard. And Lycan, they're going to run with the Lycan. And you talked about the fact that Era says if they find the momentum, it goes very well. Lycan, he's definitely one of those heroes. If you get a great start and you're able to take some early towers, you can make it very, very hard for the other side. And the final pick for Asus, a hero that I've not actually seen for a while, at least in the games I've covered, Centaur Warrener, and that's going to be your offlane Centaur. And I mean, what do you think about the Centaur pickup?
Yeah, it's good. It lets them run away from things like the sun. I think ultimately the sun, it will help them run away from that. It'll allow the sniper to reposition after the X initiates, allow Lina to reposition. I think it's good, and he fills the role of the guy being in the front. I think it's a good hero overall. The Lycan pick does give me the concern where Trian is really good against Lycan for a few reasons. Lycan, yes, he takes down towers fast, but he also relies a lot on chipping away towers with his summons sometimes. And Trian Protector really undoes a lot of his work if he doesn't complete it the first time round. Overgrowth just ruins. He's a mobile, a hero that really relies a lot on mobility. And he's going to get destroyed by Lina mid or Sniper. Again, so Era's not gonna have a fun time.
It's gonna be, yeah, as you said, Era in the mid lane on this Lycan, and well, we're into the game. Let's get our teams introduced. This is game 2 of the best of 3 between Asus and NiP. Asus, of course, going into this game with a 1-game advantage after that first very confident victory for them against the side of NiP. So over on the side of the Radiant, we are going to see Asus. Illidan is going to be on that position 1 Lina. He's going to be supported up by Lil on the line. Mid lane is going to be G again on the Sniper. And for the time being, you've got Seedoy on this offlane Centaur and FNG hanging around the old Triumph Protector, backing him up. And Lysander, what's going on the side of NiP?
On the side of NiP, we've got some fighting in the top lane. Limb taking some hits from the Strength Boys from Asus, and he's going to get bullied out of the Bounty Rune. Seal Kit, tying his hair into ponytails, will be an eventual Spirit. We've got the mid lane with Hansken doing some blocking for Era on that Lycan. So Hansken playing Zeus, Era on Lycan, join us as fan on Phoenix. And we have the good old Lion Lina Garena combo on the bottom lane. So excited to see this. Hansken will probably be sitting mid and out-lightning spamming on Zeus, on Sniper with every single bit of his mana and then proceeding to stack the camps. You'll see him do it in this bit.
Yeah, I think this is pretty smart to do. They've obviously seen what G can do on the Sniper, and in the first game, G had a very good time to start off in the mid lane. NiP just want to make it a little bit harder, and as you said, the Lycan, if he's left on his own, isn't going to be able to do too much against the Sniper.
Yeah, for now he's going to hold his ground, but once he gets to the high level of Shrapnel, it's going to get annoying. So Hansken really committing to this outlining spam. He's taking the place of that neutral creep Harpy, but this is all undone with the Trian armor, so he should not waste his time.
Yeah, it's certainly a play that, well, if they do manage to secure the farm for Lycan, arguably necessary and worth it. But as you said, if he doesn't find too much, and Sniper, he's getting fairly low. They haven't got level 2 though. They haven't got the lightning bolt to burst him down as well. So G should be alright. Living armor, is it coming back off cooldown? Yeah, and in a few seconds, I'm sure FNG will head his attention towards the mid lane. And there we go, yeah. Bit of top up for G on the Sniper. Allows him to continue to chip away at the big old bad wolf. And well, bottom lane, looking at Jonas and Fan on this Phoenix. Having a little bit of difficulty. Ooh, yeah, gonna get a DC. I've been pretty lucky so far. Didn't have a single pause in the first game. Lil. Come on, Lil. Come on. But yeah, so this Zeus in the mid lane, Lysander, you think, I don't know, do you think it's the best place for the Zeus to be at this point of the game?
Nah, I think he should just forget it because this harassment strategy worked out the last time when they did this because the sniper didn't have regen. But this time sniper has a salve, has some tangos, and most importantly he has the living armor. And the arc lightning, honestly speaking, doesn't do enough to chase the sniper away because Lycan is not a hero that can really capitalize on low HP heroes until he's level 6. I mean, yes, he can set wolves on you, but it's not efficient. It doesn't do enough to pick off heroes. Lycan is a hero that really can't kill anyone unless he really has it fed over to him. He's more of sitting in the mid lane, looking to take the tower once the opponent leaves, and getting that level from a relatively safe lane.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
what do you think?
The main point is Lycan doesn't benefit well because he can't help out with the gank as much apart from right clicking.
No. I mean, what do you think about the decision to put Lycan in the mid lane rather than putting him maybe even into the jungle and letting Hanskin take the XP and farm in the mid lane?
No. The thing is, the Lycan, I don't think he does that well in the jungle anymore. That's one.
Okay.
And number 2 is, of course, Axe will want that jungle later on. So, if you have that, you really sacrifice a lot of Axe potential later on in the game. And for some reason, Zeus is no longer played as a mid, so nah. It's more of like a support role, D-warder kind of thing. Still spamming G, but G's gonna be very annoyed. But he's pushing the wave, so G's gonna have a lot of under the tower time.
I mean, CS-wise, G still holding up pretty good though, even though the lane, as you said, being pretty heavily pressured. 12 CS up against the 13 of the old Lycan. Top lane, the farm for Axe going fairly well. FNG and Seedoi. Seedoi, as he managed to find, but she's found 8 CS out of this dual aggressive lane that FNG's hanging around him. Even though, of course, with the living armor, globally helping out the rest of his team. Illidan at the moment at the top of the CS and going for what I imagine. Is he going to go for the Midas, or do you think this is just him on his way to the treads with that Gloves of Haste?
Who?
On Illidan, on the old Lina.
I don't think Midas is a suitable item. You really want to get the eels ASAP, but Threads is a possible distraction. You can get it for the stability, resist some of the burst damage that will be coming, and yeah. Oh, well, Lion now initiating on the Jonathan fan. They stack a little bit of stuns, but there's gonna be easy first blood. Phoenix not resistant to fire. Would have thought, and Illidan gonna score first blood, and it's gonna be Threads. There you go. Yeah, there we go. It is a Eels Rush is very important for Lina.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Once you get the Eels online, you can hit that 1-2 combo. You can pretty much. Well, if you land the combo, especially with the Laguna Blade, you're bursting down at anyone that you want on the map. Era in the mid lane, he's in a lot of trouble. I think he goes down here. Era just a little bit too far out. One more clip. Oh, the bottle charge. Oh. No, the shrapnel. Hee, ho, ho. Oh, it's just too much from G. The Wolf gets Pete. Bottom lane, Lycan goes down in the jungle as Jonathan fan comes in. But again, Illidan turns that one around. So it's a 2 for 1 across the map. And Era, what was he doing? He just hung around a little bit too long there, didn't he?
Yep, it's the headshot. I think headshot, after it was changed to the slow, it does really mess up on a hero's movement order. I'm not sure if that's the case, but headshot didn't seem back when it was a mini stun. It didn't seem to mess it up that much. I think the thing with the mechanic of the slow movement speed recovering does affect the hero in some weird way. I could be wrong, but it just feels that way. It feels more sluggish. It could be that. Era had to put one of his dogs down, put the other one down as well.
Oh, look at this. Animal cruelty.
Couldn't better kill Spark there, so. But he did put down Fluffy. It's kind of sad. Can go into the jungle now. Take it out on the chickens.
Yeah, I think, at least now he's level 5. He's got the three points in the walls. He can take some of this farm fairly well. And yeah, at least get Hanskin some levels. Still seeing a level 3 at the moment. And of course, in terms of farmers, yes, he's way down there. But in the jungle, Seedoi trying to go a little bit aggressive. Seal Kit, can you find him? He's not quite got level 6. Maybe with the level 6, you can look to try and go on this. Well, Venge.
About to hit level 6.
Yeah. Is there any kind of follow-up? There's an axe coming in with the Tranquils, but the Tranquil's still on cooldown after he's been farming. So Limp isn't going to be able to chase that one down.
Actually, if usually against offlaners, you would see axes sometimes go for higher points in battle hunger, especially on that core roll, to scare away the offlaners, really zone the offlaner out because of their inability to get
Lil
creep wave.
in the jungle. Zeus. Oh, what was that? Earth spike. This stun was way off. FNG tries to go for it. They can't cancel the TP in time. Light Strike Array isn't going to be near enough. So they get away, and yeah, the stun from Lion. A little bit of a misclick there from Lil. A little bit of an unfortunate play there.
Yeah, the Lina got really, really close to the Eel Scepter. Even after the threats first, I mean, the first blood really come into effect. And of course, the second kill on the Phoenix did really help towards that. And Illidan, with his insane last hitting, 44 and 29, 6 minutes in. He's very close to his Eels now.
And it's going to be the tower going down fairly shortly as well. Zeus Hansken trying desperately to find what he can across the map. He's given up on the mid lane, given that to actually Jonas and fans. So they kind of swapped it round. I guess obviously with the Zeus, he can kind of hang back a little bit more and reach out with the Arc Lightnings, whereas Phoenix has to get in a little bit closer for comfort with the CS with the right clicks. And top lane, Seedoy. He's getting caught out here, but he's very, very tanky. Berserker's Call is going to be off the mark, and one living armor means that Seedoy, he forgets that they were even trying to go on him. He's back to pretty much full health after that living armor ticks him.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Venge was thinking going in there. Even if he did get the stun, he nearly got himself stomped on, and that would have been his death. There's no way they're killing the Centaur right now. They need someone like a Phoenix with the Sun Ray to really soften him up into bite size. And we see Seedoy looking for Era. Era not gonna have him.
Look at these jukes. A little bit of ring around the rosies here. Era.
Oh, and good.
Oh, he's got the Stampede as well. I think he might be able to burst down this Zeus, but now he realizes the Lycan's there. He thinks twice about it, and Phoenix as well in the mid lane, coming in for a couple of punches. But still 3 for 1. 8 minutes in, it is looking good yet again for Asus.
Yeah. But again, might be celebrating too early, might be jinxing them.
Yes, I think in the last game it was. I was saying, oh, it looks good for NiP, and then NiP lost it. So maybe the tables are going to turn this time. And Asus, even though they on the outside looks to have a strong start, NiP have got the potential to turn it around. Haste Rune on Seedoy. Can he find anyone? He's gone the wrong way if he wants to get Error. He's focused on the mid lane though, by the looks of it. He has got Stampede if it goes all horribly wrong. Jonas and Fan at level 4 is nowhere near the Supernova. This is a very, very dead Phoenix. He hasn't got the Icarus dive. Either used it earlier aggressively. Limp is going to be able to get the call onto G. Living Armor keeping G alive. He's getting fairly low, but the heals from the Leech Seed should counteract the damage coming in from Battle Hunger. Error, he wants to chase this FNG with the body blocks. It's not quite enough. One swoop, there's your dunk. They do find the kill. Error and Limp, though, suddenly very, very deep. TPing from Illidan Storm Rage. He hasn't got the heals quite finished. Can they chase down this axe? It doesn't look like they can. And, well, NiP and Error, they do get away with the kill on G.
Yep. And that's a very crucial kill as well, because the last game, that sniper really got out of hand. But this game, it could be Illidan. He has got a 9-minute Eel Scepter threads. This is pretty insane for... well, it is a core Lina, and he's taking all the safe lane farm, and he has a very good timing to CS ratio. So. And 2 kills plus first blood. The Eel Scepter timing, it's going to be very helpful. Especially with Laguna, he can pretty much one-shot everyone on the enemy team. Maybe except X.
Oh, mid lane G. It finds himself the Zeus. Zeus Hansken, he's not having the best of games, really, as he's been a bit starved for levels and experience, and still just seeing at level 4, 10 minutes in top lane. Blink is revealed, but actually gets whiffed and doesn't quite catch Lina there with the Berserker's Call. And as you said, maybe it's the Laguna Blade. Could try and find a kill here. Venge is here. Seal Kid needs to be careful. If he gets caught out by a Light Strike and a Dragon Slave, he is going down. TP into the top lane from Centaur. There's your Yules, but there's your Berserker's Call to try and mess up the combo. And, well, the Magic Missile, Illidan totally underestimating his potential to stay alive when he goes head-to-head with these two heroes. Seedoy is even going to be right himself. Blinking from Limp, hasn't got the mana for Berserker's Call. There's your Hoostomp trying to keep the axe back, but Error's here as well. And suddenly, well, Asus throwing away 2 kills in the top lane.
Yeah, you don't expect it, but if you saw that Wave of Terror, it just really made the next counter Helix melt Lina. So. NiP, doing pretty well. You jinxed them.
I did. Aces off to
jinxed
great
Aces.
start. Suddenly, Illidan throws away his advantage in the off lane. Seedo follows suit. And pretty much what you're saying about this Lina core, she can do a lot of damage, but at this stage of the game, and arguably even as it goes later, she's very squishy in relation to the other heroes.
She's glass cannon. So
Yes.
but we'll have to see what Illidan does with his farm. He really needs to get some kills, if not towers. He's got two. That one death, yes, it slows down his momentum. And as momentum heroes, it's very important not to die. But yeah, he's still got a few more tries left in him, I reckon. But the next fight is coming soon as they all approach with smokes. They scout out the tree and they're gonna run forward. Once again, Lina getting caught. If he dies the second time, this could be really bad. Lightning Storm. Heal Scepter will send the axe up into the sky, but Era is not giving up on this. There's a Phoenix as well chasing him down. The Light Strike will land. Era is gonna be stopped there for a while there, but Axe is not giving up. But the Stampede, there we go, taking effect, and will save the Lina a second embarrassing death. And then
Will it? The wolves?
gonna use this.
Yeah, not quite enough. In fact, hang on, what level was the Battle Hunger? It was only level 1. If that was a high level of Battle Hunger, they might have got the kill. And they might have even thrown it away when they sent the wolves in, because obviously taking the wolves down removed the curse from Lina. But yeah, I mean, Illidan, he was very lucky to get away with his life there.
Yeah, the Train Protector saving him, and once again showing us how good this hero still is. I'm sure Goblak would be taking notes. That guy loves his Treant. But right now,
Yeah, top lane Illidan, he's coming back here. He wants to try and find this tower. He wants to try and find some positive action for the side of Asus. At the moment, it is just the Phoenix here on his own. Phoenix has hit level 6 now. Jenison Family's got the Supernova. But as well, if you don't get that attack speed slow onto Lina, you don't really want to be hanging around, because she will very, very easily pop the level 1 Sun.
Illidan, if it doesn't work out for him, I actually don't mind if he just goes for jungle farm, because there is no shame in farming up on your Lina. You can get a lot more effective with farm. You can go for damage, you can go for your Aghanim Scepter, which is the ultimate gold because of how good the upgrade is. Being able to one-shot Sniper if you get him behind enough.
Yeah, there we go. Illidan finally finds what he was looking for on this top lane. And he's got a fair bit of gold in the bank.
Lycan Bench going on a date to Roshan, but Sniper reveals it. Oh,
call.
good call! Lil, Treant, and the Sniper all caught out there with the Zeus and the Phoenix Supernova. This was the combo wombo I was talking about. There's so much AoE damage, and you can't focus the Sun because Axe is in your way, and of course Zeus just makes everything that much softer. And now they can get Roshan without being disturbed.
Yeah, that was a pretty big wombo combo from NiP. Roshan, and as you said, Aegis is going to go set the Axe, the guy that has really been on the front lines. But the thing is, though, as you said at the beginning, NiP with the Axe and the Lycan core against a team that is running the Sniper, NiP, they're on a little bit of a timer this game, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Before the Sniper gets really ridiculous, Lycan is not your hardest of carries. I wouldn't even put him past it, most of it. Oh, there's a swap here in middle lane. They're going for Seedor. He doesn't have Stampede. He is in trouble. There's a stomp there. We'll catch the Centaur for a bit, but he will roast. That's a very, very hateful figure of death.
It really was. I could probably kill you with the right click, but screw that. We do not when you're getting away. And they do find the trade then.
Flips off the Vengeful Spirit. That was very rude from Lil. And he will waste a very perfectly good cooldown. Really wanted that kill, I guess. The Blink Dagger was on the way.
Oh yeah, very, very close to picking up that blink. Only a couple hundred gold. Illidan and G now on the mid lane, trying to take this tier 1. They should be able to do it with the 4 points in take aim and the Fiery Soul boosting that attack damage. It should go down no time at all. They lose the tower on the bottom lane to Era with the pushing power of the walls. And they're actually going to get forced off here. There's going to be a TP in, the stuns, the Earth Spikes off point for the Light Striker Rager's catch. Limp, he goes for the big plays. He's not going to get them this time. Just a little bit short there with the blink.
Yeah, I almost forgot. You don't give NiP Axe because this guy's a monster. Yes, he really is. He uses a ram hit for an Axe. He's a monster.
Oh, wow. Jesus, he certainly is. And it's certainly working out. 4 kills, 1 assist, hasn't died a single time this game. Crimson Guard complete on top of the Blink Dagger. You could certainly arguably say he's bordering on out of control. And even though they do have this Lina, and you know, add to that, the fact that they've got the finger from the line, they haven't been able to burst him down. Maybe this is it. Can they burst him down? It doesn't look like they can't. They can. I mean, Laguna Blade was available, but even with the Assassinate, it looks like Asus, they did the maths and they just realized that those 2 skills alone weren't going to be enough to burst him down.
Well, then got the Crimson Guard, a interesting deviation from the normal Axis build with the BKBs, which might be important to him this game, out of the Blade Mill. But Crimson Guard will do a lot of good for his team. It will help soften a lot of Sniper as well as Dina's fast firing but low damage shots. So it'll be good.
And if we have a look at the graphs now, coming up to the 17-minute mark, we see Asus, the lead that they've had, has actually turned around quite a bit in favour of NiP. 3k in terms of XP. It's about right bang on in terms of gold. But what might see them recover that though. Asus finding a nice pick off there on Venge. Can NiP find anything in return? The sun's going to get popped, and as you said, Stampede, very nice to have against a team that is going to be looking for these big combo wombos. Because you can get yourself out of there straight away when you feel that the fight's going to go bad.
Yeah, one of the really strong things about Stampede, it's just that the repositioning, the reshuffling of the chess pieces before the fight is very important. It looks like Illidan is going to retrieve his Blink Dagger very, very shortly. Does feel the need for it, even with the Zeus.
Yeah, do you reckon he'll go straight for the Blink rather than finishing off the Aghanims?
Well, he could get the Blink first. Maybe he doesn't need the initiation. I think, yeah, maybe he goes Aghanims first, yeah. But he will need the Blink soon enough.
Oh, Limp talking about blinks. Is he going to be able to blink in on this one? FNG in the jungle on the tree, man. There's your sentry pop down. They've found the tree. The side of Ace is going to be here with the response. Yes, they are. Blink and Hustov. There's your Assassinate. That's a big kill. 2 people so far down. Silkid, he's trapped in the jungle. He gets blown up. 3 heroes down on the side of NiP. Can they find any more? Nah, Limp's going to be able to blink away. And we see Jonas and Fan flying off into the distance. But, well, they take down the FNG, but they lose 3 heroes with it. I think NiP, they just got a little bit too excited when they popped down that sentry and saw FNG.
Got the score now 11 and 9, a lot closer in game number 1 in terms of gold, grab and XP, and now they're going to go forward once again, charging in. I'm surprised they're going in for this without Assassinate. So, going to waste a perfectly good Stampede. I think Sniper just ran out of vision range. Very good juking there by the Phoenix.
Yeah, Jonathan Fan was very close to going down there. I think one more peep or two and he would have been down. Sniper, after not the best, at least not on the same level of starts as he had in the first game, he's beginning to catch up, opting for the BKB after the Asher and the Tread, so we are seeing a slightly different build come out from the Sniper. And I suppose at the end of the day, if you're playing against a Zeus and a Phoenix, and well, even just the fact with the stun from the Venge, just that kind of control, BKB is going to be a very, very crucial pickup. And now top lane, smoke up from 3 of the heroes on the side of NiP. Asus, they've only got Lina and Lion here. There's 4 heroes coming in for this fight. This could be a very, very bad fight for Illidan and Lil if they get caught out. Now, they've actually blinked in onto the line, so Illidan's going to be able to get the combo off. It won't bring down Hansken. He's still alive, but he actually comes back in for a bit of action. It doesn't pay off. He goes down. They find the 2 kills, though, so NiP do arguably come out on top of that engagement.
Well, that was not worth it at all. The Zeus, a lot of effort was put into trying to kill him, and in the end they lose 1 core as well as a support player. Although he did get his blink already, it is still kills they cannot afford, because this is what Arrow is going to do when you're dead and not around.
Yes, yeah, the strength of the Lycan. If you take one good team fight, you're going to take a tower. Oh yeah, the spins, are they going to be there? FNG with the Ogre of Growth, it doesn't hold Axe back as he tries to stretch the vines off, goes for that dunk. It can hold you in place, but it isn't going to shut you up. Dunk. Very nice there from Limp. And that's another kill, and 12-12 back on the board. This is definitely seeming like a very, very, very much more even game than what we saw in game 1. Both sides definitely have the potential to win this one.
Well, it's if they keep this up, NiP are gonna have a huge chance. But there's always the sniper holdback because sniper is really strong in high ground pushes, and so is Lina. So there might be still hope that the enemy, if the enemy is not vigilant.
Yeah,
we'll see. Lina has the acronyms already, so.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of damage, a lot of pure damage. You're level 2 at the moment, so 675. 675 pure damage is pure dirt, and something that NiP need to be scared.
It already takes about half the health of Venge and Phoenix, so
yes,
it's not that difficult to take the other half of them. And once Lina hits level 16, it's going to be even worse for them than Storm Rage. Now, going in there, the 1-2 punch or the 1-4 punch, taking out the Phoenix right off the bat. FNG still staying in the jungle. I mean, staying in the lane here and getting some EXP. Finally showing himself.
Indeed, Illidan wants to test off the Aghanims, and it's confirmed working. It'll be giving it a 5-star review online, that's for sure. 13-12. We're going to get a pause again. Lil having a couple of connection issues this game, unfortunately. But 13-12. Let's have a look at the graphs. 3k advantage for NiP. Gold-wise, it's only about 1k, but the momentum's flowing back towards the side of the Dire. And all in all, I mean, it's still definitely 22 minutes in. It's still definitely the point where Lycan's in his element. As you said, if the side of NiP find a couple of pickoffs on Asus, they're inevitably going to lose a tower, maybe even 2 when the Lycan comes in with his push.
The Lycan, yeah, he's going to start having to take more things than what he currently has. There is still a tier 1 and tier 2 middle lane. There's a tier 2 bottom and top. So the Lycan has not been, quote-unquote, doing his job, so to speak. Yes, he doesn't have the safety of the Aegis, but still, he needs to get something done. And sitting on his ass, he's just waiting for that Necrobook.
How close is he? He's got the level 2, yeah, just needs to get that final recipe on board for himself. And Axe, the progression after the Crimson Guard, the BKB, complete as well now. And level 15 Axe still hasn't died at all this game, Limp. 7 kills and only the 1 assist, the only one that he's let shared with the rest of his team. He's been looking for those dunks, and he's certainly been finding them. And 13-12.
I told you that NiP, I heard from someone, you just don't give them max, because he just absolutely destroyed. I remember there was this one point where all the Alliance just started doing this axe thing. I remember someone suggested to them, and they did this axe strategy, and it just really worked out, and now it's the meta. And they said that, never give the player NiP axe. So, well, sometimes you can't just ban everything. Otherwise, it's all being banned out. So it's the lesser of 2 evils, but this lesser evil right now is applying a lot of pain onto them.
Yeah, and maybe they just felt that they could deal with it with the pickup of the Lion, the Lina, and the Centaur. You know, 3 heroes with a lot of burst damage and a lot of control. So far, they've been finding the kills in return, but just not on the big old Rev fellow. The fact he's not died 22 minutes in is definitely something I'm sure Asus will be bearing in mind, and maybe trying to look to see if they can catch him out next time he's at the forefront of a team fight. Lina now with 1,500 gold coming up. And as you said, the Aghanims was completed first. Do you think you do go back for the Blink Dagger against the side of NiP at this point?
I think Blink Dagger is always necessary to deal with the backlining heroes, but NiP don't really have a lot of backline heroes, so I don't think you need to play. Maybe go for something cool like a Refresher Orb with the double Lagunas. That's my personal favorite, but it's rarely done. You could go for Shadow Blade, which would really help up his damage and keep him as a constant unseen threat on the map, causing NiP to farm inefficient. Or you could go for some other things like crit or whatever damage items like Monkey King Paw.
Yes, it's always fun to see, like a Lina pick up something like that. Maybe even something like the Skadi allows you to tank up, and those punches are just a little bit more irritating. Into the jungle. Oh, Lil. Oh, he was having such a lovely time with the trees, but well, he's going to be having some fun with the ground as he gets pounded down by Limp. It's a nice, easy pick off there for NiP. And Illidan. perhaps a little bit too far away from home. There we go. TP's out straight away. Realizes that there very well could be the wraparound coming from NiP. And he was bang on indeed. Mask of Madness picked up now on G. A little bit later than the rest of his items, but it's certainly one of those pickups that was pretty core on the old sniper. FNG's going to TP out of the bottom lane as the rotations come from NiP. And NiP, they go for Roshan. And it doesn't look like Asus have a clue that this is going on. The whole area around it was just dewarded by Sealkid on the Vengeful Spirit. And 13 to 13, Aegis be picked up. And it does go the way of Limp. This position 1 axe again. FNG in the jungle, throwing down sentries. Doesn't want to be caught out by any sentries from the dire side. He's found error. Is there going to be any kind of backup from Asus? Seedoy's in the mid lane. And you've got Illidan at the moment finishing off the Ancients. So it doesn't look like they want to try and find a pick off on Terra, especially with the fact she's got the Aegis. It's going to be a hard fight today to take Seedoy. Just getting a little bit of a look in. But not being able to do anything.
Going for a Ghost Scepter. So trying to avoid some of the Lycan damage. I doubt it would be E-Blade because Laguna no longer has the natural synergy of it. Although it's still fun, Elena does have some pretty good int at the end of the day. And, well, we'll see if it is E-Blade or is it just a casual Ghost Scepter into something else.
Hanskin. Well, he's going to be working on the Aghanims by the looks of it, picking up that point booster. But it's going to be a while until the Zeus gets it. As you can see on the net worth, not having a great time. It's just sitting on 3.5k, 25 minutes in. This has been a very, very slow progression. Level 3 netcode on Era. And it's going to be the boosted travel for Axe. So maybe going to transition into the point of the game where they look for more of the split push, I guess.
Well, I don't think they should be split pushing right now. Oh, they finally get FNG, maybe. What's wrong? Now they got the sentry ward. Alright, they burned down the tree. Yeah, they shouldn't be waiting anymore, I think. With the Aegis, with the Crimson Guard, just go for timing push and just let Lycan do his magic. Unfortunately, I'm not his dad, so I'm not going to be able to tell him what to do. He's going to run for the rune instead. Era, not going to go for the push.
Oh, he eyes it up and yeah, he's got the Impi's rune. Is there going to be any kind of TP reaction from Asus? Probably not with the tree down. And yeah, with this pushing power, NiP, they're going to take this tier 2 very, very quickly. And there's going to be a TP back from Venge to the mid lane, because at the same time, Illidan trying to take a tier 2 of his own from the mid lane of NiP. And with that attack speed, he's almost certainly going to get it. Sealkid getting hexed up. In come the TP straight away. Limp blinking in, tries to find the call. Illidan, I think he's managed to juke them out this time. He goes north, the line goes south. And at the end of the day, they both are able to escape unscathed.
Now they're gonna finally take a tier 1 tower. It's an embarrassment for Lycan, but NiP are finally gonna do it. With a Necro 3 as well, no less. There you go, tier 1 tower, gonna fall here. It's gonna be a big achievement for them because they will actually deny Asus a lot of breathing space. And now the push on forward, NiP is gonna be slowed down by Shrapnel a little bit. Taken.
The push coming in. FNG readying himself under the cover of nature's guise to look for an overgrowth. He's level 11. He's got the second point in it. Jonas and Fan. And they're going to try and catch him out. It's going to be hard too. He's always going to be able to Icarus dive away. There is no line about line on the top lane. And Illidan, oh, scouted out by the Thunder God's Wrath. Limp blinks in with the call. And I don't think he survives this Lina here. The Ghost Scepter means she's going to be able to remain alive for a little bit. Throws out a couple of nukes, but it's not going to be enough at the end of the day. 60 seconds on the clock, and Illidan is down. They do get the tier 2 on the top lane, though.
Well, Era, not joining the fights for now, not joining the festivities, but rather going on his own pushing excursion. I would really like to see him actually push for a base now. 28 minutes in, it's still a little bit late, although for the sniper, he is very farmed by this point. Earlier on, I think they could have made some decisions to go push more towers, especially with the Aegis. But now it's going to be wasted.
Limp in the jungle with the Invis rune. Oh, the sentry, which was just about to expire, saving the life there of Seedoy potentially if the Axe did decide to go in and the Phoenix followed up. Had the supernova, maybe a call and an ult could have done something against the side there. FNG. TP's out. Limp heading down. He's going to find himself a nice little bit of farm. And I guess that's one thing about this core axe, especially an axe that's done very well. It's going to be so hard to push against, because every time he's just going to suck in and eat up your entire creep wave.
Yep. G, now with the Sanjin Yasha Black King Bar, as well as the Mask of Madness. Not so sure about the Black King Bar, although it does resist him from taking Thunder God's Wrath damage when he Mask of Madness, so it's not too big a deal. But the Sanjin Yasha and chill hits really fast. It's weird to see him not have a Mjolnir, but not all snipers get Mjolnir.
Yep, Mjolnir would be a nice pickup. Could be, you know what, he's going to go for the crit next. Broadsword and the Blaze of Attack. There's your recipe picked up as well. So now he has the crit as well on top of it all. Lil picks himself up a gem, so they can start to regain some of this map control. And map control that's fairly good at the moment for NiP with these
so
wards in lane.
Talk strats to me. What do you think Asus should do? What do you think NiP should do? You know, just in your...
In my opinion, I think the fact that Asus, they've got fairly good high ground defense, just with the turnaround potential with the Stampede, the fact that you got Sniper and Lina from the high ground with pretty insane attack range, I don't think they need to force the issue, and I think that's pretty much what we're seeing Asus do at the moment. They're not smoking up, they're not going aggressive into NiP's jungle. They're just kind of playing it safe, and any time that NiP decide to get the push, and they're going to react, and actually, well, I say about playing it safe, FNG. Well, a little bit of a sneaky mission here. He's quite deep. Do they sense him about? They haven't got any... Well, they've got the lightning bolt. If Hansken decides to throw out a stray one. But yeah, I think...
If Trient decides to be unfortunate.
Yes. If they... Oh, Boots are traveling onto the invisible one, and there's Limp.
Oh,
the Hex! Look at that Hex straight away. Can they burst down this axe? This is your core axe, but get swapped out. And that is why you pick the Venge, but swapped into a beautiful overgrowth. BKB's popped by Limp. Crimson Guard as well. There they go, straight in onto the Sniper, and Sniper not where he wanted to be. 1-for-1 trade. And it was a very nice initiation from Limp. Good quick turnaround from Asus, but wasn't enough at the end. They get the Sniper. The fact that they kill the Sniper, NiP are going to be pretty happy with it.
That's the thing. This is a tower. They will claim the tier 2 unless there are some drastic buybacks from Sniper. But yeah, this will be a tier 2. The LSA is dropped. Trying to get a chance at it, deny, but I don't think it's gonna happen. NiP's got it all timed up. Oh, now Lil getting figured right off the bat. There's Sealoy coming in. The women double edge as well. Arrow still tanking through all there, but Limp, he is on a beyond godlike streak. He is just jumping in and now dunking everyone left, right, and center. And now with the supernova as well. Limp getting a triple kill. Could we see a rampage? Not enough heroes to satisfy that condition, I'm afraid. But Limp will take that tier 2 tower. Lycan will pick up his BKB, so it's going to be immune to magic. It's going to be fully mobile, almost, except when there is an overgrowth.
Yes, I mean, Limp, I think you've said it a lot, but it certainly needs to be resonated. You don't give him the axe, because he's having an absolute ball of the game. I don't know what Asus do. I felt that they had some good defensive potential, but... apparently not. I mean, NiP, they come barreling down the top lane, and just the full-on aggression, the fact that you've got the Phoenix swooping and diving around, looking to catch you out with a supernova, and at the same time, you've got to be aware of where the axe is, who's blinking around, and even though they hex him down, they get a lot of nukes on him, he's just too tanky at this point. And yeah, with the Shiva's Guard complete on top of it all, plus 30 armor, throwing a Berserker's Call, it's going to be even worse. G, I mean, this is going to be your Sniper, almost certainly going down if Limp can chase this. Balanga giving the speed. He doesn't want to go for it, in fact. The living armor, still 32 minutes in, doing a lot to keep the cause alive.
Yep, but the smoke will come out now, and Sniper is once again going to be bait, and we'll see if the Axis is that clever to try again. It looks like it'll be Phoenix. Jonathan fan gonna get caught out. The Phoenix gonna have to dive away right away. Right away. Oh, getting stunned up. Then Laguna Blade as well. No chance for a second one. And now Sealoy gonna be chased down here by Limp. One and only Axe target here, but it's gonna get swept away by Vengeful Spirit, who will be the sacrificial lamb. Now the assassinate as well. The Lee C gonna be chasing it down. Good stomp. There stems on his left toe, and now he's gonna stop Finger and Laguna Blade. Between those two things, that's a lot of damage.
Oh man!
But the bottom lane, meanwhile, the rat, the kid, BKB like it. He's going for the Raxus. Go for the Raxus, my friend. And there he goes. Go for the Raxus. They're gonna start up his zoo, and nope, they're gonna failing to kill him. But the BKB will ensure the error gets out of there in time. The CP was cancelled, so at least there's that.
Yeah,
But
it's an issue
Just,
that they lost.
warning.
Yeah,
Danger to come.
it's
Warning.
the warning.
Warning shot. Just like it. It's like
Yeah,
next time.
it certainly is. If he gets that space again, your team's suddenly going to be down a set of racks, and yeah, the fact they're exposed as well. But NiP, they do lose 3 heroes there, and Asus might even find more. Error getting caught out here. I think they might be able to burst him down. Laguna Blade, there isn't enough mana for it. I don't think they need it. With this attack speed from the old Lina, yours as well to hold him in place for a second time. There's your second stun. Centaur's going to find the final touch there, and that's going to be another really big kill. And even though NiP, they find a bit of the rat, they're throwing away a lot of heroes for it in return, and they're also going to throw away Roshan, by the looks of it.
Oh. Thought it was a Roshan for NiP, but then losing their heroes there did not help them out, and now the cheese will be forfeit. Asus Storm Illidan will have that Lina with the cheese, and this will allow her to do some very fancy things and survive through some initial bursts from the enemy squad as well. NiP losing Lycan for the 3rd time this game in a crucial moment where it could just tip the whole balance of their equilibrium. It's very, very important.
Yeah, it really is. And well, with this Invis rune in the jungle, pings coming out, FNG pressuring in the mid lane, 3 heroes on NiP ready for the defense. And that's the answer to what the Lina was going to pick up. She picks up the Cypher Vice, and clearly an item that is very, very good against the ratting Lycan if you catch him out.
Yeah, at least now they can heal up the buildings that are damaged. Like, if there was tier 3 towers standing, they can heal it up. But once it's gone, and Lycan solves that. Now, we'll see NiP roaming around. Let's check out the support items. Vengeful Spirit with the 4-staff, hand skin. Working towards the Academic Scepter, dropping lightning bolts left, right, and center. If you didn't know him better, you thought he was making a face, but just checking out for wards and voyeurs in their backyard. NiP, like I said, sticking around for very little reason. It is actually affecting them, affecting your well-being. So, Illidan. Now maybe he can think about the Blink Dagger. I don't know, because once you have a Hex, I think a Blink Dagger is very, very plausible.
Catching out the old Lycan before he's able to get that BKB off is something that Illidan might have in mind. And now, well, the smoke up. There's a fair few heroes on NiP here, and Venge actually on the sidelines. There's your first use of the Hex. Laguna Blade. Illidan actually lets the kill go the way of Seedoy for that one. But a very, very quick and easy pick off. And G mans up in the mid lane, and he's able to take down that tier 2 as well from the side of NiP.
There could be a final fight here, or there could be more waiting. I think it's going to be more waiting. And the God's Wrath will reveal that the entire Asus squad is heading over. And you'll think that this game is over, but
oh, he's in trouble. He had to wait for the TP to come off cooldown, and it just allowed the time for Seedoy to hunt him down. And yeah, well, a bit of unfortunate play there for old Handskin on the Zeus.
And no, Sniper, now level 19, has the Daedalus, like I said, is gonna do whopping amount of damage, and they need someone to jump in the back lines for them, and if Axe doesn't catch Sniper, that fight is gonna be so over. Meanwhile, they're smoking 4 other guys up top, and assumingly baiting with the Sniper. I think it's clever play, and we'll see if NiP bites on that counter date.
Oh, it's the Axe. That's a big kill if they can find Limp on this Axe. The Laguna Blade, the finger, the damage. There's a lot of it, and it is enough. And again, another big pick off for Asus. And maybe this is, yeah, Asus finding the momentum back in their favor. And kind of shutting down NiP's kind of mid-game snowball. And, well, we really, if you look at the graphs, it was a 14k advantage, and now it's swinging back to 0 in terms of XP, and it's a very, very, very similar story in terms of gold gain. They're definitely turning this one around, Asus.
Yeah, they have the Sniper to do it as well. I mean, Illidan, not the best single core carry, or the #1 core carry, but with enough farm with a Hex and the Sniper giving you backup, and the Centaur as well. I think the Centaur is going to be great, invaluable help. Oh, the swap on in onto Illidan. He's going to use himself, try and reset it up while Sniper clears the way for him. There's a Gold Scepter and then the Sniper, so no extra damage will go on to him. More armor coming up from the living armor. Trien. BKB though, applied by Lip onto Illidan. Illidan's about to get dunked. He doesn't use the G's in time. He will go down. C-Doi coming in here with his Centaur. He stomps, but all the BKBs have been activated. FNG doesn't have overgrowth to save his buddy there. C-Doi about to go down here, and he will take a fall. Yep, they will roll in. The Archer from the Necronomicon will actually do the final damage there. Now stat in G, going for Lim. He is getting the Hex onto the from the Lion. Lim gonna get the Shiva's Guard, slow G down a little bit. I think G is done for at this point. There's gonna be an Eel Scepter, but how much good will it do? Missing on the call there, but the Magic Missile will ensure that is not needed there. The Aegis of Immortal now gonna revive the Sniper, but he's probably gonna die twice. Mask of Madness trying to go for Hands, gonna that kill. Nope, gets the dunk before that happens. Now Snap, no, oh, it's just enough. And he will actually get that kill. 22 and 22, a very nice number on that kill score here. NiP tried to be cool, tried to dive the tank, which is Axe, and that didn't work out.
No, it really doesn't. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter that Sniper's got a Daedalus, he's got a hefty amount of damage. When you're doing it against this Axe with 31 armor, I heard it's about 65% physical damage resistance, and on top of that, he's got a huge HP pool to play with as well. You really aren't killing this Axe unless you've got the Laguna, unless you've got the Finger on top of it all. And a very messy fight indeed for Asus, and just a little bit of a bonus that they were able to find Hanskin on the Zeus with those final trickles of the shrapnel. FNG though, if we're looking for something going the way of Asus, for all those Asus fans out there, he's nearly got the Aghanims online.
Well, I don't know. The heroes right now are kind of like a stalemate. They catch off one another. They don't really take any buildings. Arrow hasn't really gotten into a position to get that bottom racks pushed in. And with FNG constantly being annoying, and now you look at his inventory, if you just take a look there, well, he's gonna be starting to ward up the entire map. And have you seen that Reddit post where the train just farms the entire map once it gets long enough?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, get a tree in every camp. That's gonna mean once you get the Aghanims, it's a very quick road to getting the refreshers as well, thanks to that.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage as well. I mean, I rarely see it. I think I've only seen it once in my game's cast, but then again, you rarely see Treant nowadays. But the Overgrowth actually does a lot of damage with Aghanim Scepter. So there's also that to take into consideration. Although the BKBs on NiP are still strong, they will weaken over time. And when it does drop to a lower mount, that's when the Lion, that's when the Lina, they'll start to get strong once again. And even some to Sniper and Wall Runner to some extent as well. But now they're grouping up, they're backing off, not wanting to take any risk. Only want to get good fights and give Treant time to do some gardening.
Here we come, smoke in from the side of NiP, blink from Lim, trying to catch out Illidan straight away, the Who Stomp. In return, there's your Overgrowth swapping the Axe out of the fight. Venge pays with the first kill of this fight. Illidan will go down, Supernova was popped. That's the cue for the rest of Asus to get the hell out of there. But G, he's being chased down by Era. FNG living armor isn't going to save the Sniper this time. The Tree Man himself will go down as well. The very fortunate Centaur is able to TP out, but NiP, with that initiation, with that jump, just catching Asus off guard. And if they push now, Asus might need to buy back on their 2 cores.
Well, unfortunately, the Treant had to die there. He was so close to getting the magically blue stick, but that was a disastrous fight for Asus there. For a moment, I thought they were going to come back, and then it fell short. And now, it's beyond the summit on the XP graph, and something weird in the gold graph as well. All about to hit that 0 point. Being back to an even game. Double damage on that bottom lane. We'll see who actually gets it. It maybe can be saved for a little while longer, but I imagine Lycan and Sniper, either one of them, getting their hands on it, could be really strong.
Lycan, Era. It's close to being Roshan time. He's not going to be fortunate enough now. Maybe they wait to pick it up in tandem with the 44-minute rune. Nah, Era takes it straight away and heads to the Ancients, and is going to be able to clear them up. Probably, I'd imagine, in time for the 44-minute ones to spawn as well. Thunder God's Wrath coming out, zoning them all out on the side of Asus, just checking whereabouts the heroes are. And they're all playing pretty defensively at the moment in the base. And Sniper, after the Daedalus, he's got himself the Eagle Song, and he's well on his way to finishing off the Butterfly.
Yeah, the Butterfly, not sure how much good it will do, though, because there is a lot of non-physical damage that could be dealt here from NiP. And yes, there's BKB and Sniper, but it still feels like he'll be torn apart very, very quickly once he pops his Mask of Madness. He only has 1,900 health to speak of, and it doesn't really help when the damage coming in is not right clicks per se. How Illidan Stormrage, 3,000 gold? Do we see Blink Dagger?
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he goes for. I mean, Illidan, even at this point, against NiP, do you think he also could get a BKB for himself?
Illidan getting a BKB for himself might be counterproductive. I think right now he's just getting called too often. So maybe it's time for a Blink Dagger actually. Really time for a Blink Dagger. He's just getting called every single fight. I don't think the Lycan is his real issue. It's just him getting called and just burst down while the call was on. And as a Lina, you can't really take that kind of damage.
No, yeah.
Maybe a BKB is possible, but you will be wasting one slot, which you could use in battling yourself and stuff. So
yeah,
not exactly the best.
And it's certainly what NiP are doing. Every fight, we pretty much see the Axe always goes for the Lina, always tries to catch out Illidan with that initiation call. And well, NiP grouping up. Do they have a smoke on board? They do have a smoke on the Venge. They're just checking out for the wards for the time being. Maybe after they clear this creep wave, they're going to smoke and go into the Radiant Jump to see if they can find anything. They're just going to get the Siege Creep as well. Maybe baiting a little bit with the Phoenix, seeing if Asus are looking for any kind of smokes of their own. But now, well, the pings come out, NiP, they head up to the secret shop, and they do want to take Roche. Roche is back up. Is that going to be the next point of call? They've already got very good coverage with these wards here around the pit. They know that Asus can't see, and they're going to go straight in, and they're going to give it a shot. Hanskin baiting with the Thunder God's Wrath. He didn't quite pop it, cancelling the animation there. Maybe going to wait until it's a little bit lower than half health, just to see if Asus are coming in for the swap. But, well, even if they know about it...
a quick appointment with Roshan.
Yeah, it's gone. There's no way that Ace is going to be able to stop that. And this time, Error taking the Aegis instead of Limp. And probably just down to the point that Limp, really, at this point, with he's just unkillable. Yeah, I really don't see them killing this Axe.
Owen, am I about to cast a 3-hour game with you?
It seems very
even. I go work
even.
in the morning. I go work in the morning.
What time is it? What time is it?
Well, let me check my clock. It's like 2:15 in the morning. It's still early, but you know, 3 hours later, it might not be that early.
Well, if it's a 3-hour game, at least you won't have to sleep. You can skip it. That's a little bit. What? Not much of a plus, but is that? I don't know. I think even though we're getting to this point, definitely with NLP's lineup, if NIP take another good team fight, they should be able to take a set of racks relatively quickly. Even at that last fight, even though they took down about 3 heroes, it was just a bit odd that they didn't look to push. And now, Agadim's complete on FNG. We can see that the coverage of the map is starting to get swarmed with these trees working on the inside for the side of Asus. And that is going to make it even harder for NIP to find the initiations with this Axe and find the successful team fights at this point of the game.
Oh, Lycan holding onto that Aegis. Hopefully he does actually make good use out of it. The last time was completely rotten away. And this time, probably changed the boots to travel. He's running out of inventory space. The Vladimir's offering seems like a little dated. Seems like a dated item to me. I think an Abyssal Blade is in order. Or maybe even some health from Heart of Tarask. I think Heart is actually a pretty good item. Because he doesn't need the Assault here. I mean, doesn't need the Vlads anymore. The Heart will do him a lot of good. Abyssal Blade will be strong for the lockdown, but I think they can rely on Axe for that. And just get the Heart, just dodge through a lot of damage that will come out. And well, already have the Thunder God's Wrath immediately getting that catch out here onto Lil. The Lion going down to Sacrificial Lamb. And it's not too bad considering it's only a Lion. But FNG will TP out of there. So a smoke gang for a Lion. Do they push the issue? Do they take the tier 2 tower?
I mean, one hero, they did pop the old shapeshift on Error as well in that fight, just in case Asus were going to look to turn on it, and Era would have been ready.
It'll be off cooldown by the time this tier 2 goes down. It's only 30 more seconds.
I guess so. Yeah, the uptime's pretty good on the old level 16 ult. Haste Ring is going to be taken by Limp, maybe confined to the ability to go back in. And the side of Asus, all hanging around that tier 2. On top of the butterfly now completed sniper, 3k gold in that bank, 3.4, 3.5 on Seedoy, and with that VIP booster, almost certainly going to be going for that hard task as his next pickup. And Triant just working on getting continuous coverage of his own jungle, and then maybe after his own jungle he'll look to work on the Dyers. He's going to spot out the sentry, doesn't get the observer ward though because he does realise he needs to run. In come the side of NiP. Pots the overgrowth, trying to hold them in place, but he didn't actually have any trees there, so it doesn't do a lot. Ah, I see.
Yep,
okay.
Destroyed it. Maybe if you can check the minimap to see what he actually can and cannot see. I like this one by the tier 2 tower. It will secure them from any kind of tower diving ganks. Axes do love to dive there because they realize the tower can do them damage to them, so they will try it. But this overgrowth madness is hilarious. 23 and 16. 15 minutes in. We're about 2 hours away from your 3-hour game, Owen.
It's certainly weighing up to be fairly.
They're playing overly defensive. With the Aegis going to be timing out soon, they have to be careful with it timing out mid-fight. And Era finally feels that it's not a shame to play with friends, even after you lost them. It's gonna come back and go to the pop.
Yeah, here comes the push now. Era level 23. Very, very tanky. Assassinate coming in. It's being cancelled. Look at him. Look at that sniper go.
Blink in his eye.
Trying to psych him out there with the assassinate. The old tinkle tinkle.
Yeah. Yeah, not gonna do that. He's gonna walk away.
Oh. Is he gonna lock it in? There's your overgrowth. They're gonna look to fight on this? Doesn't look to be the case. They're just trying to do the best that they can to keep NiP off this tier 2. And it's only going to last for so long. Because the tag, and he felt like, ooh!
Limp he did anything. But now they're going to step on him. Pendulum Sprint is going to die instead. Limp just dodging all the bullets there, not taking any damage. Just fed. Now he's going to get caught out completely. He wasn't looking forward to it, but Axe comes and calls, disrupts the supernova attack. And now they've been brought down. The sniper gets chopped in the back line of play. FNG is running away as a pig, and he's going to be in a lot of trouble. The laser nearly burns him down. Ooh, he ticks down low, 29 HP. He will not die here. But now jumping real deep in is Era. Era without the Aegis, it times out. He will get caught. The tower shots will come in, and he will go down. But Lim is unstoppable, and he does get the battle hunger onto Seedoy, but he's hexed up by the Lina. The Lina is not.
And I put what? Is this them throwing? They dived a little bit deep there.
A little.
Just well, that's going to be 3 of them dead.
Fine.
And they don't take the tier 3. Lysander, what are they doing?
I casted a game yesterday between TNC and Invasion, and TNC pushed all the way into the throne, where and like Invasion were like, okay, since this is game 3, we'll just throw everything at you and then we'll GG after. It was that kind of stage in the game, and TNC decided to dive as deep as past the throne, somewhat near into the fountain, and got themselves team wiped. And they proceeded to not be able to push up the ramp for 20 minutes, and they lost the game. So don't talk to me about.
Look at this! I'll tell you what, I will talk to you about Phoenix. He's decided to opt for the Aghanim Scepter, and that's not a pickup we see every game. This is a very, very rich Phoenix, to be fair. He has got a lot of items under his belt.
There's that. Oh, what? This hack! Oh, the hacks from the Phoenix. Yeah, this is a very rich Phoenix. The hacks on the Phoenix nearly taking out Lina. Lina gonna be running away, and we will survive it with the help of Centaur's Stampede. But yeah, like you said, this Aghanim Scepter has not been seen often. I saw it the other day in Na'Vi versus NiP, but the problem was there was no chance to use it because he was over by then. But do you think they should rebirth Axe? I think Axe.
Do you think? Yeah, I mean, yeah, resetting the cooldowns of everything apart from the ultimates. I mean, arguably the longest ones are the Wolf Summon. on Lycan.
Do you really want another pair of wolves in 53 minutes?
That's the thing, yeah. And obviously, when you resummon the wolves, your old wolves do die. So it's a weird one. But I guess at the same time, it's in this situation, it's more picked for the fact that you're going to fully top someone off in terms of health and mana. And yeah, I think for that reason alone, and the fact that Axe, he's sitting on 3.6k health, if you can refresh that after Asus have thrown down a lot to try and burst him down, that is going to be pretty big in the team fights. To go against Axe twice, that's going to be so nasty at this point.
Well, they'll have to start dewarding very, very shortly. I mean, dewarding their trees. There are a lot of eyes looking at them from all around the place.
Yeah, they're going to have to try and regain some map control. Has NiP, have they got the gem? No, they're just using Sentry. Yeah, no gem at all. Oh, no, sorry, yeah, Hanskin. Hanskin's got a gem on top of the lightning bolt. But the Zeus himself hasn't got any manner of way of dealing with the trees. The only person who can actually destroy the trees is Jonathan Fan at this point, really, isn't it? No one else has picked up a Quelling Blade. Oh, okay, there's a Quelling Blade on Seal Kid. Quelling Blade has been picked up by Seal Kid to deal with the trees.
Well, we'll see how well it actually works out for them. Vengeful Spirit, 4 staff, pick up even a Quelling Blade because they want to just deforestate the entire place. I don't know about that. It's 5 seconds per tree. That's a lot of acres to clear.
Yeah, I mean it certainly is, and she's going to need the Zeus in the nearby regions to obviously give her vision of the trees to start with, so she knows where she wants to be cutting.
Overcompensating for Zeus's true sight can be a little bit dangerous, actually. Like just because he has true sight doesn't mean you don't buy sentry, you need buy gem. Getting it late is a similar problem as well. So once again, they're playing very defensive. The Aegis and Cheese gone to waste. Is everyone going to be waiting for a new Aegis? I wonder.
Well, we'll have a look. How long it's... well, yeah, Roshan, as you said, is up. Stampede on top. Trying to get Lysander out of there, but I think you're going to tick down here to the Battle Hunger. Yes, you are. That's going to be a very nice and tasty kill for the side of NiP. 90 seconds on the clock for that dead Dina, but Lysander does have buyback. Question is, will NiP decide to push this one? And to be fair, NiP, they're just... I feel that then they seem a little bit laxed and a little bit resistant to go. Maybe they just feel really confident with the state of the game and just don't feel under any pressure at all to finish it off soon.
Well, let's just go on the assumption that NiP win this. They still have a game 3. There is no sense in dragging it on if they think they can win it. So they're giving Asus every single opportunity to come back into this game. Yes, they are buying time for themselves, but I don't think Lycan is the best. I don't think Lycan is the best hero for late game farm. Yes, he does a lot of physical damage, but with Kite, it's gonna be bad. Especially now that the whole bloody map is surrounded in ice. So there's gonna be overgrowth literally everywhere. Seal Kit, 2, 8, and 11 on that Vengeful Spirit. Still only stuck at the 4 staffs and highest net worth. Now on the Axe, 30k. Building towards a refresher. Oh well. Well, we'll see how well refresher does for him.
Ooh, Axe refresher.
Double BKB?
Yeah, I guess
it is for the double BKB.
Do you reckon that's the main?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Double BKB, retravels, reshivers. Yes, recalling blade, but yeah, it's really for the double BKB. That's what a lot of pros have been doing as a tier 7 item after the 6th slot, but Refresher is not done for this, so that's a lot of damage. Well, we'll be marching down the bottom, whereas the rest of Asus march up top. Still content with farming here. I think G has hit maximum farm at this point. He has one more Satanic to buy, and that will be that. Yeah, still only has a 2006 for his buyback. Oh. Overgrowth coming out once again. There's a casual overgrowth to farm up the jungles and do some damage. 62 seconds left on the sideline.
And I mean, that kind of overgrowth spam that we're seeing farming at the map is certainly helping him towards the refreshers, or very close to picking up that recipe. And while bottom lane, yeah, Limp standing on the high ground. MKB picked up on Lina, but oh gee. Oh gee. Gee whiz, getting caught out, but he does manage to get the BKB off. And the Stampede's going to help him get out. Maybe they can look to reinitiate and turn onto NiP, but BKB pop by Limp. There's your call, but it doesn't actually catch anyone. Somehow, Asus able to juke it out. Can they kill the Axe? They do have Jonas and Fan with the Supernova available, with Aghanims as well, of course, so they can protect the Axe if he gets too low. I don't know if NiP going to be chased down by the side here. There's Hex actually onto that Archer Necromonicon. Axe looking to go back in. There's your second ult from the Zeus. There's your blink. Cool by Limp, catching out Illidan. They brought down the Lina. BKB popped by Lycan. He wants to go for more. Zedoi, he's getting caught out as well by the Yules. Ticking down. Can they chase this? They haven't got the shapeshift for 10 seconds. Assassinate coming out just to keep the Phoenix back. NiP, I think they're going to be happy with that fight because they could go for Raxi.
Well, Lina has buyback. Are we going to do it? I think they were going to wait for the initiation to come, and then they're going to go refresher. Rips it through. Era losing a lot of health, getting crit through his eyes. And down he goes. G going to get surrounded here by the X, but he's not going to care. He's just Satanicing up. He's now a pig. He's a very fast pig as the Stampede does activate it. Supernova, are we going to pull anyone in there? But no, the Master Man is going to be doing so much damage. Down goes your Phoenix, and that's a kill from that sniper. Once again, they lose the melee Rex, but at this point, it's hardly a problem. And NiP Era will TP back home to solve some problems.
It was NiP again. They do take half the racks, but they do lose the Phoenix, so they come out a little bit behind. And at 60 minutes in, taking down a melee Rax isn't too game destroying for the side of Asus. And Illidan having a quick pause, and he's ready to go already. Dota lag.
Yeah. Well, the last fight, I mean, the X went in for the double call, but I think he didn't refresh in time, and well, he did get the double BKB off, so he still has that nice 10 seconds, but ultimately you pick the refresher for the double BKB and double call. It's like RP. But yeah, the execution wasn't on point exactly, and they didn't really have anything to focus the sniper with because Lycan was preoccupied with other things. And I still go back to those Vlads. I think he doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah, it's 60 minutes in. It's certainly going to be the next item I'd imagine he'll drop after he gets this Skull Basher out to him and he finishes that off into the Abyssal Blade. Yeah, he'd be looking to get something different online instead of the Vlads, especially in a game that has gone this late. And I think, to be fair to NiP, with the Lycan and the Axe cores, they're doing a lot more than I thought they'd be able to in a game that is 61 minutes long. They're certainly holding on, they're certainly keeping Asus on their toes, and they have every possibility to push this game right over into their advantage. And XP-wise, NiP with about a 10k lead, and gold-wise it's about an 8k. So it isn't a lot for 61 minutes in, but it is a definite lead for NiP, and a lead that they have maintained for quite a while, the large part of this late game.
I almost forgot how the game actually started now. We are entering their 60-minute region. And look at this game. There are a lot of refresher orbs. There's one on the Trian, one on the Zeus, and one on the Axe. Axe of all people. But, you know, double BKB is too good to pass off, and now the Lightning Bolt reveals all of them once again. Overgrowth, farming the jungle.
Yeah, rip jungle camps. Everything just dying globally.
Yeah, it is. Pretty good. Can actually mark out those creep spots.
And this is good. I mean, obviously the plus thing as well makes it very hard for NiP to find any farm. There's still a couple of camps that haven't been infested by the tree ants. Trees? So they're going to be able to find some stuff there. But other than that, every time that the ult's available, it looks like FNG pretty much... I haven't noticed actually. I don't know if he's spamming it and obviously keeping the refresher for when a fight kicks off and then using it again to get the fighting overgrowth. Just so he can starve NiP of as much farm as he can at this point in the game.
And this farm is, well, I would say not as high value. I think it's more of the life and the buyback. The only reason you need to farm is because you probably need that last piece of item in your 6th slot. But they're going to roam into Roshan again, and this is not looking to be a final push, because no one's going to be engaging. They're all going to be smoking and waiting around. Gotta be very careful here.
Yeah, they're trying
to... Oh, can I get rooted once again?
Yeah, big overgrowth. Big overgrowth. Just, yeah, disrupting a lot of what NiP is trying to do at this point. It's going to make it very hard for them to coordinate any kind of ganks or rotations. There's a lot of money on the Lycan. He's got enough money to finish off that Abyssal and still have buyback available for himself as well. And yeah, there's a lot of money being stacked up on a fair few of these heroes. 5.1k on this Axe. And Phoenix nearly hitting the 4k ceiling. And obviously on top of all the very, very big flashy items that Jonas and fans found so far. And very close to hitting level 25 as well. We're certainly in the very, very late game. And with two lineups that, with the Sniper and the Lina, they haven't been able to do as much as perhaps was set out to do. Because every fight, NiP catch them out. And Lion, was that? Yeah. What? Yeah. Axe and Lion.
Lion got himself killed. But again, I think a lot of them are really restless now and then want to spend some time in the fountain. Just to know how it's like, you know, they might have forgotten the way this game has progressed. Now, Lim pushing up top wave. There's no one even close to try and stop him. But the Trian's grip is getting further and further, and he's gonna have some crazy items. 3,000 gold already on him. What's he gonna do next?
Yeah, I mean, what do you get? Do you think we're going to see maybe something like the Shivas, or do you get another Cypher Vice for the team, get some extra bit of lockdown?
Maybe some mobility or shoes. Cooking equipment.
Yes, yeah, it could be the boots to travel next. I guess it could be a pretty nice pickup for the Mr. Treant Protector. And, well, 2.2k on Seal Kid after this 4-star. It's the poorest in the game at the moment. And, oh, okay, so there's your Sniper, Skadi. Sniper, he's done, he's dusted. He is kitted out, and he's ready to go. He is at the physical peak of this hero, pretty much.
Yeah, the Sniper, he's gonna be doing a lot of damage, especially with the Daedalus. I mean, he can technically drop the BKB for something else. It's no longer as good. Maybe a Rapier later on when needed. But right now, he's gone for a good balance to sustain with the evasion from the Butterfly, the Skadi slow, the lifesteal, and the crit. So, G just needs something to shoot. They're not giving anything to shoot. They're just waiting around for Roshan. Then they squander off the Aegis, and then they wait for Roshan again. And Asus, they have not been very patient with their leaves, and as a result, that's caused them a lot of problems.
Yeah, I mean, G, he's stacked up, but it's just not enough, it seemingly, every time this Axe comes in on the front line with all that armor, and even just Lycan with the Assault Cuirass, you know, buffed up. It's just the entire side, it just seems too much for the Sniper to chip away at, and even if he does find a pickoff, he just has to be so careful, because at NiP, they're going to be very aware of the Sniper, and they'll want to take him out of the fight straight away. He's very, very annoying to play against. Assassinate coming out.
Oh, blink. That's interesting.
Oh, it's a blink Phoenix,
yeah? Yeah, it will help. Let him blink into things or dive in and blink it. Or blink in and dive out. That could be a play. That seems to be the play for him. But Phoenix. Oh, there's Stampede. They're looking for something.
Then on the bottom lane. Axe, this could be a nice kill if they can time it right. The refresher is popped just to get that BKB charge off and to TP himself out, and that is going to mean the Axe will get away. Illusion was sent in and actually gets nuked down, but it was just a Phoenix illusion, and Axe does escape. And the refresher was popped for the initiating overgrowth. Oh, no, actually, no. It must have only just been popped. So FNG. Oh, there we go. He pops it now. I guess it just wasn't available when Axe was TPing out.
Yeah, just that, you know, they've gotten so bored, they're starting using the finger death illusions and just running around. They're just waiting and playing it very safe, as though this is their TI on the line. Well, it could be, with TI being so close and all. Star ladder might be a very important thing for them as well, to qualify and play on the main stage, earn their right to TI. But this seems a tad excessive to me.
It definitely seems to have hit a bit of a brick wall this game. Both sides not really looking for the fight. Both sides very hard to kill. NiP arguably more so. Incredibly tanky lineup.
Did you mention there will be a rapier in the start of the game? I vaguely remember you saying something like that.
No, I don't think I did. But is there? Is it?
It's gonna happen.
Do you reckon?
We're about to move into
Sniper rapier. I think G's the most likely, isn't he, to pick up the rapier this game?
Yep. We have Roshan once again. Are they gonna be able to steal it this time? There's like the 6th Roshan or 5th Roshan, not sure which one. But they're gonna get it, and that's gonna be Aegis once again. This time finally dropping the Vladimir's, the cheese. Really no one to take it at this point. Well, Vengeful Spirit can take it, she's got a lot of junk on her.
And there we go, Venge for the side, yeah. Picking up the Vlads after Lycan did get rid of his. So allowing Error to extend his item build. It is indeed what he's done now with the Aegis. And we're going to get a quick pause. Oh, FNG. Asus. Forever with the issues on the internet. We're going to have a pause. But this is, weighing up to be a fairly lengthy game. Coming up to 70 minutes.
This is your fault.
It seems to be a curse I had. I had that throughout. The other day, Cloud9, they pulled an 80-minute on me.
Yeah, I was happily sleeping. Woke up the next morning, so you're getting lots of praise for surviving a marathon. But, oh boy.
I don't think this isn't going to be a lot. This is going to finish soon.
You think so? Yeah? You inherited this from Dakota, I think. When Kodo Guy started casting, he had the worst games. And I got all the nice ones, too. I got all the ones with the big comebacks, the ones with the throws, the upsets, and the short ones, too. But, you know, these kind of long, drawn-out games really just shows the discipline of both teams. NiP, Asus. It's a group stage game, but they treat it like it's their life. And you can't really blame them. NiP, newly formed team, had to show it off to their sponsors, have to be really, really strong in the face of adversity. And of course, Asus themselves, after that reformation, everyone's saying, oh, they're doomed, the company's doomed. But after all, they're still playing, and playing good, and really giving NiP a run for their money. And now we're gonna go Dota Crash. Okay.
Okie dokie indeed. What is the plan for NiP? Come on, they've got the Aegis. This surely is the time to do something. This surely
Brute force. I mean, if you look at the Radiant side, it's starting to look ridiculous.
Mr. Lysander, look at what we've got coming out in Error. It seems to be infectious. He's going to go for the refreshers as well.
Wait, what?
What?
You what, mate?
I guess
you 7-slot yourself when you're...
Yeah, make sure that you got shapeshift for the entire duration of the fight.
You necro books as well?
Yeah.
I don't see how this is actually really necessary. There is a Treant protector that's gonna make sure that the armor or the health of the creeps do not deteriorate. Red Dota is effectively nearly impossible against the Treant.
Come on. All we want is a fight. Come on, Asus, give us this fight. Asus heading to the top lane. And NiP keeping themselves safe around the mid. We need just one little trigger to kind of kick it all off. And then the game will be back on its way. It's still kind of ground to a halt at this point. There's neither team wanting to find anything. If we look at the XP and goals, the halt is definitely apparent in the XP. Kind of just slowly leveling out as we get to this lull in the action. But here we go. Lim blinks in. Call onto FNG. Can they bring down the tree man? Refreshers pop. Yes, they can. That's one person down. Seal Kid getting chipped away by G. His BK beat up, but he gets caught out by the axe. G fairly tanky at this point. Is he going to be able to get bursted down? He's getting fairly low speed scythed up. He will go down. It's a 2-for-0 at the moment. 3 for nothing. Tree is brought back. Cedo, he's going to heavens help it up the like, and it doesn't matter because Hanske is going to finish off the kill. It's a 4 for nothing with Tree and buying back. NiP finding the fights and straight in now on the bottom lane. Lim has boots have travelled in. Also Error. And now Jonas and Fan joining them as well. They're ready to push. Buyback from the sniper and from the Lina. Asus, they need to take this fight. Otherwise, this is almost certainly going to be game. Centaur buys back as well. There's your Hex onto Error. Can they catch him out this time? He's being healed up by the Urine at the Phoenix. Stun from Light Strike Array. Zedoy coming in as well. But the Aegis is on the ground. Leica's going to be coming back for round 2. Lim trying to buy Leica some time to get away with the Berserker's Call. He gets Hex up. He gets fingered. There's the stun from Lina. There's your double edge. It is going to bring the axe down. But Asus, they throw a lot of that fight. And they only get the axe. I don't think they find anything more. Stampede being popped. BKB from Error turns into that shape-shifted form. And he is out of there. Lysander, Asus, they just can't take a good fight.
No, they don't really want to commit all in there. And I thought for a moment Asus were out of it. But nope. They bought back and they are fine.
Yeah, the buyback was painful for them, but it certainly was necessary, and it could have gone a lot worse. They do stop them from taking the high ground, taking the racks. So that in itself, it's a little victory for Asus, but overall, if we look at the XP and gold difference after that, I don't think it's quite ticked out. The gold has, certainly, from this little bit of an averaging around the 8 and 10k straight down towards the 16k gold difference. A lot of gold was swung in that team fight.
I have a feeling that the Stream Protector is going to evolve into something really trolly. It's really got himself an E-Blade. I just want to see what this guy does. F and G. Always the inventor. No? Both teams are just really chilling right now, so let's chill. I mean, how was your day?
It was good, Lysander.
Take out mine off work for a bit, you know. Let them do their thing. We'll chat a little bit.
It's
how
just
was your day?
There's not a lot to talk about in the Dota world, is there? With this, it was good. I was looking forward to casting. Looking forward to casting with you, of course, Mr. Lysander. You know.
You're all about that sucker, man.
I am, absolutely. Whoever I'm casting with, I'll always tell them they're the best in the world. Oh dear. Anyway, come on, Lysander. We're gonna man up. This is only a 73-minute game. This is a walk in the park compared to the 3 hours. This is a walk in the park.
Someone casted a 3-hour game and is feeling pretty good about himself.
73 minutes. We're fine. NiP, Asus, they might be bang on in terms of, well, they're not. NiP do have this lead, and we're seeing that each fight, NiP can force the issue and come out on top. The question is, why aren't NiP forcing the issue now? It seems like they certainly have a very serious case of Cloud9 syndrome, and it's, I don't know, it's exactly what he's going to be watching, and he's loving this. They're not pushing, they're farming, even though they can fight. They don't want to win yet, they want to draw it out. NiP maybe going to be picked up as Cloud9's second team. This is just a real ode to those blue, beautiful people. I mean, I don't know. What are NiP going to do?
The Smurfs?
Is it? Yes, maybe this is Cloud9 on their Smurfs. NiP, they came out of... They've only been around for a little bit. And they are the other side of Cloud9. It just seems... It really does seem... I mean, NiP, what do you think, in all reality? What are they scared of in these fights? Why don't they want to group up and go?
I think they're afraid of throwing, because the more time you invest in this thing, the more the volatile it gets, because one small mistake and it's game over, regardless of what hero it is. And you don't want to make any mistakes and throw away a 75-minute game, unless you are Ace, because if you're Asus and you do that, in game number 2, you're going to be riding something really bad into the next game.
Oh, it's a kill! Jonathan Fan, he is down. Nice.
He asked for it. He was just like tempting death. And when you get so bored of life, you just poke your finger in the socket to feel something.
What? Okay, mid-lane error. It gets Laguna bladed. This could be a big kill. They find error before he can get off the BKB. Limp with the refresh. He's trying to go for round 2 with the call onto Illidan. Seal Kid gets an Earth Spike up the backside. He'll go down as well. 2 heroes down on the side of NiP. Asus, they do lose Illidan. Illidan doesn't have buyback. NiP, they buy back on the Lycan. Error straight back into the mid lane, but Venge is still down for 90 or so seconds. Maybe, just maybe, we can only hope that Lysander NiP might try and push now.
Oh yeah, there is a buyback and cooldown for 2 more minutes, and well, they'll try and push. They don't have the Venge to do any more butt saving, but if they lose their Lycan again, this could turn bad.
It could, but there's no Lina. Error, surely. Come on, Error. Do it for the fans.
20 seconds to overgrowth. 20 seconds to overgrowth. They have to do this and do this one fast. There's a glyph and there's living armor. So if you don't destroy this tower, it's coming back.
There's your tower.
Oh, Stomp. There we go, Stomp. And there's a blink in. Hex it from the Phoenix as well. He's going to come in. Is there a sun? There is a sun. The sniper just standing by, waiting for it. The Heaven's Tailbird applied on him, but good call. It's going to apply onto the sniper. Sniper doesn't have buyback. He cannot die right now. Good for Stomp. Saves the slide. BKB. Abyssal Blade, though. The Satanic keeping G alive. Just acrobatics right now. Liv dropping low, dropping fast. He goes down. Oh no, he's brought into the sun. Will they revive him in time? The sun, it kills both of them, so both of them die. FNG with the dominating and a double kill. Arrow too far in. Edskin munches on some cheese, but it's not going to be enough. He's getting shot. He puts his head in the clouds. Escape from life for a little bit, but not enough. Thunder God's rough. Nearly brings G to the grave, but no, they're losing their heroes. Lim buys back into the game, but he might be overcommitting here. The assassinate will hit him right in the face. Their Era still alive. They're going to commit for this Rax, but really, if they catch him here, they could potentially lose this game. So Era gonna pull back. Smart play here. Limp as well. Gonna retreat out into the Radiant jungle and not push it anymore. That was some crazy juggling of G there. That small little fella getting tossed around like a volleyball.
It's again another bit of a hectic team fight. And NiP, they go greedy. They go for the kills and they don't go for the objectives. Rax remains standing, and buybacks were expended in that one. I think it was 78 minutes in. It's time to get a look at the buyback statuses, and as we can see, buybacks for the Radiant are just about to come back off cooldown, whereas Axe, Phoenix, Lycan, they still have a good 4 minutes, up to 5 on the Axe on those buyback statuses. So maybe this is a good time for Asus to come back with the push, and let's see if they do that indeed. FNG at the moment on the top lane, with G backing him up and Lil in the sidelines as well. Roshan is going to be taken for the umpteenth time this game, and it will go the way of NiP.
I think he's getting kind of bored. And down he goes. There's going to be the Aegis. He's just going to be left in there because there are too many cheeses already. And Virtual Spirit still needs to keep up her support duties. And looks like there will be a full reset here, but I think you can just keep it on buyback status at this point. Axe, no buyback. Lycan, no buyback. Phoenix, no buyback. No buyback on the Treant as well as the bench. So no buyback on Dire, and yes for buyback on Rayheon.
Yeah, I think they need to take advantage of this buyback situation because
it's about to be a 6-slotted Treant.
Okay.
Oh, Dagon Phoenix. Okay.
Dagon Phoenix.
Now we talking.
Why not? Why not finish off that final slot with a little bit of burst, a little bit of tickle, straight in there with the level 2 on the Dagon. And yeah, this E-Blade Halberd FNG tree, something not to be messed with, and he's certainly getting control of the Dire jungle, starting to begin to work his wonders out there as well. And does Venge does still have that gem. And here's your push. Come on. Come on, Asus.
Oh, right.
Let's make some action happen. Let's make some action go.
Alright, right. We got to decide here.
Yeah.
Because this game went on for so long, I lost track. But if NiP lose, did they throw? Or
if
did
NiP
Asus
lose, it's GG.
Finally manages to... No, I mean, no. NiP, if they lose, did they throw this game? Or
I really feel that NiP have been in a position to take the game, yeah.
So we agreed that they threw this game and it wasn't Asus' game to lose?
I think I'd say, yeah. Looking at the graph, it's for the entirety of this match, it's been in favor of NiP. And it is beginning to steer back in favor of Asus. I think if Asus take this, this is a big comeback, this game.
All right. Yeah, that's one hell of a draw. One hell of a graph. It was only Radiant favor for a short bit. The start and now towards the end. And it's about to. It could end pretty badly. They're starting to draw on the map. But then, like I said earlier on, I did mention a little bit about that socket thing that got you tripping. Yeah, but that Phoenix behavior there on the top lane was really akin to that. It's like he really couldn't feel anything anymore, and just jabbed his finger in the socket. That's the best thing I could do to describe it.
Well, I think we'll be keeping your fingers close to yourself, young man. 81 minutes. Era finds himself a haste. Can he get himself a kill? Probably not. Shapeshift is gonna run out. 81 minutes. Okay, so this is now the second longest game. I think the C9 game after the 3-hour one, it was an 80-minute, and we're now into 81 minutes. So this game, it's a lengthy one, and I've got to blame NiP. NiP, I think they're playing with me. They just want to chill out. They're not fussed about finishing. And they just don't want to. They don't want to push. They don't want to push the base. They want to fight. And they don't even want to do that, to be fair. They only look to fight when it's the last resort. They just want to farm and get these massive items and get everyone 12 slotted at this point.
Yeah, why not, right? And I think they're doing this just to spite the admins. You know, like, let's delay their schedule.
It's certainly ticking. I mean, what time is it now? The next series is meant to start. Okay, the next series is meant to start in 8 minutes. And I don't think that's going to happen this game.
Hey, this guy, they can wait 8 minutes. We gotta wait for buyback anyway. Alright, let's sit back, drink some coffee, feed on some trolls or some Walkin, Wallwings, bring my CS to 1,000. But alright, is there anyone that isn't level 25 yet? I'm gonna find games. So many games that we can find here. Alright, Lil. Not level 25.
Yeah, Tree Venge and Lion. Tree Venge and Lion at the moment. Lion he's the runt of the litter. He's at the bottom of the net worth. It's Venge. Venge having the poorest time in terms of farm. I mean, net worth-wise, Sniper fairly ahead. 37k. Then it is down to the 33 on the Lycan and your 30 on the Axe. And G, he's on about 9,000 gold spare that he doesn't really need to spend on anything. I mean, the only option that you could go for is that rapier. And is he going to do it? Come on, G. Go on. I see you there. Just sell something. Oh, gee. Go on. Yes, no.
A real man would have just pawned in his shoes and get the rapier.
He would have. Who needs boots? Who needs boots when you got that much damage?
You'd just be a walking turret. That's, yeah, mobile turret. It'd be siege tank. You got a butterfly for flutter anyway.
You do, yeah. You got a fairly good movement speed with the odd butterfly for
Aegis reclaimed. Oh boy.
Well, that's going to be another few minutes until we actually see them fight. Knowing the side of NiP, they'll want the Aegis.
Yeah. But yeah, we got Dagon 5 going to be on the way here for Phoenix. The creeps are tired of dying, I think. But I have to say that this Treant is making defending against the wave so easy, because one ultimate and he pushes out the entire wave, because multiple waves of creeps will die around the map.
Oh, look at this. Here comes the smoke. Asus. Let's see some magic. Let's see you catch someone out. No, okay. They're going for the top lane, wondering if the bait was going to work.
Too.
But, oh, yeah. Smoke on smoke. NiP.
Alright. Let's see some 420 action here. Lil's about to get himself caught, I think. He has to be very careful. Get himself caught. Oh, LSA. Nearly reveals their location. The doggy's just doing a little scout in here. And I wonder if any of the teams have detection.
Well, no, it looks like, yeah, the wolf didn't quite catch him. Maybe they go back in. Limp. Is he going to go and look in it? There's your Thunder God's Wrath. They know where they are. They know where they are. Are they going to fight? Looks like NiP. They actually want to fight. They are heading into their jungle. They're preparing themselves.
The back door.
Are they going to go? Are they going to go? Asus, they're remaining strong, sticking as 5-man, spreading themselves out, ready for the initiation, so they can respond. Asus, they're sticking. Yeah, look, NiP, just focusing on pushing down the mid lane, trying to force a TP back. Could we see a potential base race of some sorts if NiP go down the mid and Asus go down the top? I mean, NiP, nah, here they come. They're coming back now. There's your TPs. NiP, they need to try and defend this. G chipping away at the tower, doing a hefty bit of damage. Who's going to jump first? Limp. Preparing himself. In the jungle, there's Error. Shapeshift, that's the go-go. As you swap onto Seedoy, the fight kicks off. Hex onto the Venge. They want to get someone out of the fight, and they do. The Venge is down. BKB's being popped by Error, by Limp. The punches from Illidan, not quite enough. There's your second ult coming in from the Thunder God's Wrath. Error taking a lot of damage, though, from G. Can they bring down the Wolf? No, he's going to be able to get out there. Limp blinking in, trying to disrupt G with a call. Seedoy getting the Who Stomp onto the Axe. The Lycan, he comes back in, but he goes down. Limp is down as well. Lycan buying back straight away. Sealkid bought back for that fight. He will fall. Buyback now from the Axe as well. NiP, they're down 3 heroes, 2 buybacks, and Asus, they lose nothing.
They lose nothing indeed. That E-Blade, really good on that sniper. The 3M protector, dropping that E-Blade onto it. He did a few good things that one.
Oh, look at this. Oh, pig-on-pig action. A bit of porking going on here in the dire jungle. Handskin getting caught out by the shrapnel slow. Can they chase this one down? It doesn't look like want to, because Phoenix has brought back. And, of course, Axe and Lycan are in the neighborhood. But that was another pick-off there for NiP that wow. Well, it's NiP again, doing maybe questionable things, throwing heroes out one by one.
Poking their fingers in the socket. That's what we're going to do. That's going to call it. But yeah, 3M Protector, he is the man of the match here. The Overgrowth locked down the Lycan, locked down the Axe, wasted all of their BKBs, and after that refresh, they just stood around doing nothing because they couldn't do anything, just standing still.
G, he's managed to take down a tier 3. Can he take down the Rax? Look at that range, look at that damage. The attack slow coming in from the Phoenix. It's a little bit annoying. He gets a little bit of a zap there from the dagger. Oh, that's a Laguna Blade. It's a Jonathan fan. Assassinate as well, but a bing bing bong. Not enough damage to bring him down, but it's certainly going to put Phoenix off. And, well, Asus, they're taking the Rax. Melee Rax are going down very quickly after the range Rax. And that's going to mean, in terms of, base status, they're going to be on a level. Both teams with just 1 Rax down, and maybe with this pressure.
Asus won already.
This is big for Asus. They're keeping the pressure on. They've got the buyback advantage in the sense that no one on the side of NiP has a buyback available. Zeus is going to have it very shortly, but everyone else's is on cooldown for at least 4.5 minutes minimum.
Yeah,
but they're backing up.
I honestly think Asus could just push it there and then and play attrition with NiP. Instead of waiting for Roshan number 6/7 or whatever it is. And oh, what X? Wow, X. Don't do this, X. Don't throw it all away.
Limp back to
although
farming.
They might already have. You know, that's something I'm really interested to find out. Like, how much gold does a bounty rune give now?
Does it keep scanning or does it stop scanning? Here we go, Lil. He's going to pick up some. Is he going to pick it? There you go. It was 230 gold it gave him.
Yeah, it gets better and better as the game advances, and it does scale to your level. So after a while, it stops scaling.
Oh, okay, it's to your level. Okay.
It scales with time as well.
Yes.
I think the number of minutes will add to it. 1 gold or something like that.
Scardy on Lina. I was mentioning it earlier. Now it's become a reality. Illidan as well. He's stacked. He is 6-slotted. Oh, look at this. Lil with the Stampede, trying to find a kill. Sealkid gets turned into a frog. There's going to be the follow-up stun from Centaur. Earthspike was available, but Lil getting caught out by the call. Can Asus take this fight? There's your Overgrowth. Refresher straight away from Lim. He wants to keep on fighting, but Cedo's just so damn tanky. Can they bring down Illidan? It looks like they can't because he yours himself up into the air. He's still alive. There's your Abyssal Blade coming down from the heavens from Era. He's able to pick off the Lina. Can they find enemy or Cedar and G? They're doing a lot of damage. G in the middle of it all, sniping away. There he goes, popping the Satanic, healing himself back up. Who's stopped from Seedoy, giving G extra time, but G, he's going to go down at the end of it. 3 heroes down, 4 heroes down on Asus. Oh man, it's a bad fight for Asus, and the only one getting away is FNG, but even he might not be in too great a state as they try and chase him down. Are they going to find him? Lightning Bolt. Oh no, it turns around. Your Scepter, though, is going to keep Hansken alive. He's able to survive against the Leech Seed, and they do kill FNG almost certainly. Come on, they can't get away with that. No, they don't. It's a 5-man team wipe, and Lysander, well, it's back to square one by the looks of it.
All right. We're playing pigeon here. We're throwing. We're throwing hard and throwing fast. Asus, they just one group up for that fight there. I'm starting to get some frame drops here on my Dota.
Well, we're only 90 minutes in. We're not into crazy time yet. Stuff's not going to be falling from the sky. I think that happens about the 2.5 hour mark. So we've still got about an hour to go until that. Buyback now from Triumph.
I thought I lost you on Skype for a moment there, but yeah, I think my Dota just skipped a few frames. But yep, now we have buyback use, and Sniper might not need to buyback. They might have to force it. We don't know.
But here we go. Here we go. Look, NiP. They want to try and force the push. They want to force the push. There's a fortification. As you said, Sniper, is he going to buy back here? Will he just let these racks go? BKB pop by error. Overgrowth going to hold him in place. Light Strike Array not going to do too much, but the right clicks from Illidan certainly will. Oh, that was huge. 130 seconds on the clock, and you're off the Laguna Blade, and the follow-up. Lion forcing himself in, getting that finger. Oh, man, bestiality at its best.
Lion and Lena, what? Okay, now it's my turn to give you the what.
Lion fingering the animal. Yeah.
Kids back home, Alexa, the 9-year-old, please plug with yours. Mr. Owen here isn't too decent with his words. But anyway, Lion and Lena giving themselves the old high five. The Laguna finger combo. You know, you never really get to see it in real life. And that was just one of those times where both of them actually combined together to destroy someone. It just really looks good together.
I can't. Asus, look. Asus might actually get Roshan for themselves.
Alright, damage Sniper, this is bad.
NiP, the NiP aren't going to be happy with this. NiP, Roshan's been their little pet for the majority of this game, and now Asus, they're going to take him for themselves. Aegis and Cheese. Aegis going the way of FNG. Cheese is on the Centaur.
So, Mr. G has got himself the Husky Courier flying with him. With that refresh drop, double assassinates FTW. I wonder if Refresher refreshes all 3 shrapnels.
Does it refresh? It's, yeah. I don't know,
I mean,
actually.
it's not a big deal, but I'm just wondering.
I imagine, but here we go. Limp is going to blink in. Shiva's Guard, Laguna Blade onto Seal Kid. There's the blinking from Limp, catching out Illidan. Illidan getting psyched up and blown up straight away. That's one hero down on the side of Aces. Limp trying to chase down, but there's the overgrowth. There's the right clicks for a G. Seal Kid, he tried to swap someone out, but he ends up swapping himself to his own doom. 2-1-for-1. Aces only finding the Venge, but they lose Illidan. And you don't want to be losing the Illidan.
Yeah. Lycan's coming out. I think Lena should just buy back now and fight.
And they're losing racks. They're losing racks, Lysander. What is this? There's your blink. There's your Limp. He's not happy with G, but G, he's a right little beast at the moment. Scythe up onto Limp. Limp, he's turned into a big Cedo with the slaps from the axe, from the hammer. Here comes G, sniping away with the BKB, trying to fight up. Blinking from Jonas and Fan gets the Scythe now onto Sniper, but the overgrowth is big. Error, BKB's off the overgrowth. Abyssal Blade now onto G. Can Lil protect the little man? Error, he's getting caught out just in time. G's still alive. Finger onto Hansken. Venge is down. G, they've found 2 heroes. Asus on top of the Lena that died earlier. Is the Sniper going down as well? Cedoy, he's in a lot of trouble, and up he trying to chase it down. Error chipping away. Cedoy with the Hoostop with the double edge. It's not enough to bring down the Wolf. Again, NiP turning around the fights, and oh man, this, I really don't know who's going to take this game, Lysander.
I don't either. These are the kind of games that get they're kind of dull in the middle, down the early stages, and then they start getting epic because there's so much invested time on the line, and you just get overhyped for every single little kill. And right now, my heart's pumping. I really don't know who's gonna win either, because they both seem to be playing very carelessly now, when there's a lot of tiredness and fatigue on the line. So I don't know. Era, he's tossed out his Necrobook for some real right-click damage, and looks like we're gonna have buybacks once again. All the heroes have all their revives and everything, but do we still have Cheese left over?
Cheese was picked up by the Centaur, I believe. No, sorry, it was picked up by someone who has eaten it. Yeah, there's no Cheese. Cheese is gone. In the jungle now. NiP, but Asus, they see this. Their tree coverage is pretty damn good now. 95 minutes, and you certainly hope so. He's had a good amount of time to get himself around error. Shape-shifting away and zipping off into the horizon. 10 seconds till G's back.
Well, let's see. Let's take bets. Who's gonna win, NiP or Asus? I say Asus.
I think Asus will. I mean, they seem to be forcing the issue. They took down the melee racks in mid. Range racks are very low. They certainly seem to be closer to mega creeping the opponent.
Well, I'll see soon enough. There's a smoke out once again. There's so many hexes in this game.
Come on.
The ridiculous G has to be very careful while standing in the front lines. Although he does have buyback, so why not? Stand it. By all means, stand. Eel Scepter now going to be sold away. Oh, Illiton has to be very careful to blink. Oh, nearly catches him out there. And then, oh man, BKB. All right now, just a casual grip.
Look at
I'm not
this.
sure about going in like that. Finger of Death. All right, they get a free kill. That's a bench down, but that's it. That's it. Oh no, he could TP. He's TPing close. Okay. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. The mega creeps get in there and actually take out the melee racks. No, the range racks on the middle lane. In the middle lane, so there's only 2 sets of racks left. And NiP, they might be on their last legs, like you said.
It's this very, very delicate state of the game. It really is. One team fight, and that is it. That is going to be your racks lost and potentially the game. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I honestly thought Lina could have bought back a little bit earlier in the previous fight, but didn't want to risk it. And it's all these non-risk-taking plays that are causing this game to drag on a little bit more. And I'm still really surprised that there are no rapiers. How can there be no rapiers in a game like this?
I'm surprised. Yeah, I want to see the rapier on the sniper, but nope, not gonna happen. At least, well, evidently not anytime soon.
Phoenix is in a position to cause some real harm here, but he could also cause some real harm to himself, so we shall see. He's gonna try and sneak in from the back. Alright, Flaming Chicken. No, he's gonna TP. Alright, so he's gonna try and go in from the front. Doesn't want to go in from the back. Could have gotten some sick hexes off, but he's not gonna try and do any of those covert ops. Alright, we're gonna see another big fight, I imagine. Lina now gonna proceed forward. She's got a fresh 10-second BKB though. This is gonna be huge for the Lina.
There's your side, there's your blink for Link, calling them straight away. There's going to be a lot of burst damage onto Axe. It keeps himself up, but Spyback straight away, and it looks like the fight is going to continue. What's going to happen now? There's your overgrowth. FNG is found Jonas and Fan. That's 2 down. Hansken is turned into a pigs. Standard C die crucial. He's getting low. Can they do this? Oh, there's the right click damage. Lim is hexed up. They get caught out. Now the urine coming from the Phoenix. Can they do it? 2 heroes down in NiP. They don't have buyback. It's not looking good for the dire side. Error. He's turned into a wall trying to fight up against G. But G pops the cheese. Now he's going to hit against the pig who's got back to base. I think this is Mega Creeps and Lysander. I think this is GG. Well played. The game is over. NiP, they lose.
They threw. And they threw hard. Oh, G gets himself. Oh, G gets himself an ultra kill. And really, that was the point where Lycan just couldn't do any more. He threw out every single of his split push items, replaced them with damage, and still they got out-kited. And I must say it was an impressive display of skill and acrobatics from Asus. Just really, really good juggling of the sniper. And somehow, Lil managed to drop every single item before the game ended and pick up the gem.
Wow, what a game.
For the score. And yeah,
1 hour,
Mr.
30
Owen, you are cursed.
Oh man, I think I've got another series to do after this. God bless me. Lysander is. I know. Are you gonna nod off now after that one? I think you need it, don't you?
Yeah, I might stick around for a bit, but I'm gonna go for it today. Got more casting tomorrow, and yeah, really enjoyed this series. Although it was